Nerd Rage beat this froyo. Beats this froyo. Maybe. I don't think it'll be easy. You get a new mic? I got a new mic a while ago, yeah. Okay. Pulls out, saw. First sticky saw. Habib, I think, likes rolling out saw too, so. Oh, this is really good damage. I think his whole team is like playing. Yeah, his whole team is like playing to the left. Okay. I mean, he had a pretty good mid. He didn't connect any pipes, which probably would have just like instantly won the mid, but that's just demo. I feel like he should be reloading. Zilly died. How did Zilly just die? Oh, Habib piped him. That's unfortunate. Yeah. Isn't Snake one of Freya's weaker maps? Probably. Wants to trap something. Are they gonna try and fight second? They shouldn't be able to fight second at all. Like, they should just be at last. I don't even think it's worth peeking this. I don't... Okay, where this... I think both Blaze and Jade died on mid, so he's like safe. Like, he can't get bombed on bridge and then just die. So it's like not horrible, but... He's also kind of not really doing anything. Maybe buying time for the gun. We were in 5-0 mode. Alright, well... I'm watching it anyway. Okay, this is all great. That's decent reloading. I don't know, he didn't need pipes at all. He could have just reloaded stickies. Pipes are like purely defensive or purely spam. So like to spam you want stickies. Defending yourself makes sense, but he didn't have to, I think, at that point. It's kind of nitpicking, but whatever. Is there anyone else to watch that? I guess Ash. Scout left anyway. Yeah, I like this decision. I'm just looking at Zilly's popped Uber and it still just says 100% on my HUD. I assume... I think you got piped and he just popped. They pop Uber, Alex jumps forward. This is really aggressive. That's really close though. Honestly, I don't think walking into choke was a good idea, but up until that I was down. Jump in was a little scary because the scout could have maybe tried to trade you, but I think he was more concerned with trying to get Skis to live. So, but I mean the rest of Froyo was coming behind him, so Skis probably should have been fine anyway. Do you know of a good way to practice warm-up scouting without MG or pubs? I don't know, any form of playing ever. Just, like, warming up is just about like being comfortable playing the game, you know? So, like, literally doing anything will warm you up. In my opinion anyway, that's what warming up should be. People feel very different about what warming up means, so... Like, Corsa thinks that he needs to play for 3 hours before he's warmed up. Which I guess, like, maybe that's, like, his idea of, like, what comfortable is, but... Alright, well, he knows... I really don't like playing on top of the point when you don't have Uber, because this happens a lot. I think playing like on the truck is great. Playing the left spawn door is actually fine. It's not amazing, but it is fine. But those are like the two places I like to play. I don't like being on top of the point when I know they're about to pop in. It's just very deadly. You just leave yourself very open to getting killed if the other team hits their shots. So you hold. You end up popping Uber though, so you're probably still going to be on last because it's snake water. Looking for damage. I don't know, personally, just go back to last build gun, yeah. You're actually even Ubers. I don't know if you know that, but I think you probably should know that it's like close. I don't know. You actually have ad now. You're building better. Obviously, like, even or better, you want to be trapping forward and not the point. Trapping the point is kind of like to delay. It's to slow them down more than anything. You don't need to slow them down because if you have like proper positioning. That was wonky. I don't think you need to sticky jump. I mean, you can, but so I actually like having the demo on the right when you have this gun. I guess the gun isn't built. When there's no gun, I feel like your demo has to hold left because just no one else can do it. But I feel like when you have this gun, having one soldier just like on the sheet metal or like in the drop down, with the other soldier being willing to rotate is just enough. It's like very hard to actually walk in top right when the demo's there. That's what I prefer anyway, because it just gives you more control over the lobby, I think. Which is important. Got 2 kills. So you're looking for a force. You have an NG and a snipe. Well, I guess I just switched off sniper. Honestly, like, I don't think you should have switched. Like, you're definitely not pushing with the NG. If he wants to snipe there and just go for something. They do get the force. Trip gets the force. So now would be a great time for you to play scout. I wouldn't even bother to look at right. Like, if your Uber is there, I think you just look at left with your traps. Just let your team deal with right, with how you're positioned. Pop through. Honestly, like, I know the pop through bats meme is excellent, but you so rarely get stuff with it. Usually shit like this happens. Yeah, you're gonna die. You literally cannot chase into yard without both soldiers, and there's just too many things to lock, like, to stop the back cap through to really, like, want to chase like that. I think teams need to be more, you should be more willing to just poke through bridge first. I mean, Skis is still only 70%. He wasn't healing a little bit, but it's very, very, very hard to get second on Snakewater and still be able to push into mid. I think it's better to go with for a trade with a gun at last and them being 2 down. Trading? Okay, so trading Ubers is delaying. You're not trying to gaining an advantage through trading is so hard that most of the time trading Ubers is literally something you do where it's like, all right, we need, 5 to 6 seconds to get positioning or keep positioning or just like stall out heals because, our flank are getting packs, people are spawning, something like that. That's why you exchange. You don't exchange. You don't exchange to gain an advantage. When they're 2 down, on the flip side, when they're 2 down, you have a lot of space to just sort of walk through doors. So you're ideal in situations where it's hard for your whole team to get in, which is very true on Snakewater Last pushing out, because like there's a lot of things to cover for a back cap. Even if there's only 4 people, it's just hard to do. So because it's so hard to push, even when they are 2 down, and that's why 2-mans are so popular, is because they're very safe. That's why you go for these force plays instead. Because it's much, much safer, you're much less likely to lose the round because, you don't succeed with your play. Most of the time, if you have an advantage, it's a bad idea to trade. However, it's just usually what you're trying to gain when you trade with advantage is just the positioning to, lock out the area, and I think most people prefer to play greedier than that anyway, so. Alright, so another mid, shooting top right, placing a lot of priority on the scout top right, kind of, okay, Banny falls off the high ground, but didn't do a lot, but did enough. Okay, so he's walking across with the double bomb. Good Habib kill. Honestly, it feels scary, but I think stickies are better. Yeah. It feels like at the end of the fight you realize, like, oh, if I had stickies, it would have been very easy. Stickies are a lot better when you just have people that you know are going to be fighting in front of you, and you did. Because they were already fighting. Even just, like, having, like, 1 sticky feels better, I think. It's hard to hit those pipes. And you just don't need to. There's gonna be a lot of situations where you need to win the fight, and I don't think that was one of them. Good presence of mind on kitchen. Mr. Debt lower, unfortunately. Yeah, that was an unlucky bounce. What even hit you? I guess it was Jay. Is this main? Yeah, this is main. I don't know, I feel like you Trip died before you did. I feel like you should have, like, realized, like, you didn't have to projectiles to, like, lock out the choke anymore. Like, even, even, like, when they're here, this is such a bad, like, positioning zone if you're on the point. Like, you don't need to literally hold them in the choke. This is a pug? Yeah, this is a pug. Should just be trying to live. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I don't know, was he hiding behind the HUD? I have no idea. Unfortunate. Streamer play spy? I can't, this is a demo. Red isn't the real froyo, they don't have shade. It's very true. Okay. You have ad. I don't know if you have. No, you have ad. Prey is trying to push. I feel like you could have just started shooting stickies earlier. Like, just switch and shoot one sticky to make them feel more comfortable to, like, drop down on you. What's the password to this server? Pudis. So anyway, froyo gets fucked for walking into mid. It's kind of a bad... I don't know why they pushed. Probably just wanted to. So you're gonna sack. You trap bats. Honestly, bats is probably like the least useful spot to trap for your team. Unless your soldier like really likes playing on the pipe or like above cheese. It's just the easiest spot for a soldier to control. Can't tell if you're being sarcastic or not. It's part of the charm. Is somebody doing something? It feels very scary to peek this without a buff. It's like one piece of spam in the body shot and you're dead, which is not unlikely. Aren't you a newcomer? Don't talk to me, please. Is there any specific reason you're watching this? Because I want to. They have a lot of space. Okay, so both of your soldiers are bottom left, which means nobody's on bats. I feel like one of your soldiers should be bats. Beep gets arrowed. Not very efficient spam, but you're still contributing, I guess. Especially since you have so little ammo. Team was kind of just going to the force. Or I think you were going for a back cap play, which is why you were all sitting on the left. But you didn't have traps up. Raid everyone loadout? I don't know. That would take a while. U models off on demo. I don't play with U models. I don't know if Alex does. Good damage. Good time to reload, because you have no ammo. Do you have a sniper? Your sniper saw. I feel like you could just like sort of walk in. You could like pressure with your soldier in your demo. I don't know, you're very passive with this sniper. Pretty sure he plays no few models. I have no idea. Like it's very okay. You're not like helping your sniper get stuff. I mean, you're also not feeding, which I mean is fine. Okay, so Freya is punishing you for giving up saw. Both your soldiers are rolled. Freya is sitting there lower, which is the one area they can't push through. Why would you want to copy a main player? Good point. Does that like trap hit people for enough? I feel like it wouldn't. Unless they walk through like the middle of the door while jumping. Okay, so Jay gets headshot. I mean, you see the one soldier and the other soldier's dead. So the only thing that can actually kill you right now is a scout walking up the right. Like, you know how many rockets this soldier has. You know he shot 2. So you could be a lot more aggressive than you're being, actually. You're very timid for no reason. He was very timid for no reason. I shouldn't say you. This trap above saw also feels kind of dumb to me. I'm just not controlling space. I mean, I guess it's defensive, but I don't know. Either way, not what I would have done. It's fine. So you're trying to peek lower again. Honestly, you're not really like doing anything by being down here. You just have stickies on the floor. You could have stickies on floor and saw instead, and then you wouldn't be losing flank players every time you walk down here. Like if you're gonna rotate your whole team for a sniper, like actually do something while you're rotating. Hey Dom. Exchange, so he's gonna die. Alright, I just focus on living. Brand Slam's dead. If you live as demo, you just get to trap things or make the other team think you trapped things. If you're backing away and you have enough time, you should probably try and trap the opposite door from where you backed, because most people will assume that you trapped the door that you were leaving. Hey, Yon, that's really mean. Just make sure you're loaded. This is Snakewater second, so it's kind of like not the greatest thing in the world to poke. You kind of just stare at the other team walking in and then you leave. Sometimes you get a trap kill and you slow them down. That's like all you can really be getting. Laying on top of the point again. Building a bit. Your medic's on top of the point too. Are you just like afraid of them coming in right? You dead. You killed two with it though, so it's very worth. Pretty good hold. I like this. I like that a lot. I know pipes are funny, but obviously sticky would have been better for less ammo. Okay. Good pipe. I feel like in those like situations where that like soldier is high bombing, you should want to sticky the pack. Chad hold? Yeah, it was a good hold by Zilly. It's kind of weird to think about, but you're just like, they obviously don't have heals, so at some point it's likely that someone on their team will want that pack and you don't have control on it, and it's really hard to do anything with stickies anyway, so you know, might as well while the soldier's in the air and you don't have like a great pipe, which you probably don't. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised it didn't pop. Demo is killable. Oh, that was a bad direction to walk. Who's froyo pocket now? Banny's froyo pocket now. Does Yite chat out? Nope. Almost. Did Zilly did Skis just get, or did he hold that? Oh, this is scary. So, when you're in yard as demo, you know how like when you push out of Snakewater last, you need a lot of people to hold for the back cap. Well, if you don't need a lot of people to hold for the back cap, you can very easily chase into yard. So that means if you're on the flip side of that, where you're not able to back cap, and you want to pressure 2, you need to be really careful to be in yard, because they can chase you really hard. For no risk. I mean, you can bait yourself, I guess, but that wasn't what your traps were doing. Kind of just making space for the sniper. That's a nice pipe. Uber ad. Can't resist the air shot attempt. I mean, everyone does it. It can like really fuck up a soldier's day. That's a cool body block. This is scary to walk forward like this. Nah, see, you have to jump back now, and you're getting flanked. Your team is getting back out. You're winning DM fight, but got back out. I don't know. Just need to... Chasing into yard is scary. I feel like if you don't have like the soldier support, you're very, very likely to die, which is going to very rarely be worth it. I feel like you guys aren't trying to walk through enough. Like there's walking through bats is hard, walking through bridges is also hard, but not as hard. I think you're just like doing the one thing that works objectively the best when it works. I missed the first half of the mid because I'm stupid, but good pipe. Want pipes again for some reason? You want to pipe skis. That's fine. Good presence of mind to pipe J as he was trying to get arrowed. So you're pressuring lower again. You don't have a sniper this time, but all 3 times this has happened, froyo has ran into Saw. I mean, you see most of their team. Somebody was fighting into Saw. Then he kills Trip, who I assume was trying to get through Saw. No, he pushed into Saw. So it happened again. Nice pipe. Nice pipe. Until he pops to save you. Good job not jumping. Didn't respect the counter pop though. Just they didn't care about you. I think froyo might have been able to kill you and then just like roll the rest of your team. Although I think Eric and Blaze are spawners, so I don't know. Maybe they should have just, they probably should have just left and then came back in, honestly. You guys were kind of like super winning, even though your positioning was bad just from both the pipes that you hit. Or he hit. Keep saying you. So walking through lower. I don't know if you knew where they were, but you should always be careful. Me, yeah. I don't know if you knew where they were. You probably did, but you need to be careful of like being in yard with the demo walking at you to like shoot at the soldiers, but that I think you were fine, so. Yeah, trap something. Till he spawns. Eric is feeding. Okay, so Banny's gonna try and trade. And he gets punished. And Skis gets killed. This turned out really well, because Eric was just in way too fast. For no reason. So you just kind of want to walk. Oh. That's a bad trap to die to. I know, like, the trap on the train is, like, common. But hugging that bridge corner is really dangerous. So you just kind of lose second, because I don't know how Brandon died, but... So you still have your Brad. You want to try and go through lower. Oh! Is that a trap? No, I think you just got hit by a sticky. Yeah, okay. Oh, you're dead. You want to die fast. Or get a kill, like one or the other. You probably lost this round. Yeah, you definitely lost this round. You're getting spawned. No, you're dying. Froyo's got enough kills, they should be fine. The Beep's gonna die. Yeah. I will actually watch mid this time, guys, I promise. Just looked over and I have 69 viewers. Nice. I like the idea of having a halftime where you can come back. But I just like the idea of spending an hour on Snake. Yeah. So, the way I always explain, like, why halftimes aren't necessary exactly is like in a 30-minute, you know, sort of, I guess just the EU rule set, like you still get the opportunity to like come back. People just like view it as this sort of like fresh slate, and that's like when you go to a new map, you have the opportunity to you have a new opportunity to sort of win. But most people don't like see it as that way because it is like a true fresh slate, unlike halves where you still sort of have this, you know, lingering thing to beat, the score that already exists. But in terms of like mental reset, like going to a new map is very much like the same sort of idea. It's the hour time limit. Yeah, hour is a long... It's too much TF2, honestly. Hey, Sin. I like, I actually like... I understand like why playing 30 minutes sucks. Because, you know, just like winning one round means a lot. You know, it multiplies like how important mids are, for instance. It's sort of, it's just not, it just sort of it makes the flaws of 5 CP much more apparent. I have so much dust on the bottom of my mouse pad. This is incredible. But the hour time limit just has like so many inherent flaws. Like, I guarantee if people wanted to, they could stretch out a 2-round lead a very long time. I mean, people do it in the 30 minutes already. It's really not that different. I mean, if you're up, say, like, I mean, if you're up 3-0 at halftime, like, you can literally just do nothing. You can literally just do nothing, but people just prefer not to. because it's a long time to do nothing. And not because it's hard to do nothing, just because people don't want to. That's it. Like, people have figured out, you know, hey, 30 minutes is flawed, but 60 minutes is just as flawed for all the same reasons. So, because of that, I don't really mind the 30-minute rule set. Halves are nice, but like I said, I still feel like they exist when you just change maps. There's some rumblings of having some tourney without time limits. Alright, not having time limits won't make the game better. It'll just make, like, it just makes it so however the players want to play the game is how the game will be played. Which is honestly a terrible idea. It'll work until it doesn't. And I guarantee there's going to be games that will end up being 3 hours long because, like, take, I don't know, Snakewater is a great example. Gully Wash is a good example. Sunshine's a great example. Where you just have really close games that just take forever. Metalworks, yeah. Metal and Gully, like, rounds only go fast when you roll on mid. That's it. I mean, which is a really nice mechanic for those maps because the rounds take so long, so it actually lets you come back if you can win maps. Most of the 5CP maps are the same map. Let's run a NG and 2 Pyros on Gully to stay on last point for an hour and a half. I mean, yeah. 5CP continues to be a flawed game mode. Yeah, it is. The thing about, like, 5CP is it's like, it's a very casual game mode, but it's also like the only game mode we figured out how to make maps for, really. I think we figured it out with Koth now. I think Bagel and Clear Cut are good, unique Koth experiences. I think Clear Cut is probably my least favorite of those maps, but it's still a good map. No offense to anyone that likes Metal, but I want to sleep on that map. I've started to like Metal mid, but it's a really boring map. Anyway, mid. Trying to hit a Beeb again. You rolled out lower this time, I think probably to avoid his sticky. You're still leaning to the left. He's still leaning to the left. It looks like you guys are... This team is really afraid of the Soldier Bomb. I like pill spam. Okay, you're just losing. You're losing, guys. It looks like you don't have a lot of control of up top. Weirdly. Like, they're, like, a lot more spread out than you are. And I feel like if you went aggressive, like, far left or far right, you might be better off. Charging 8 stickies without reloading. I feel like charging stickies is, like, so addicting to so many demo men, because it's like when you hit the long range stickies, you feel good, but it's honestly the worst thing to be doing on demo. Like, you want to be charging stickies as little as possible. Like, you would rather be reloading or shooting more. Mac, I think you should add Bagel. I don't know how, like, I don't know what the dib below invite is. Is it advanced still? I don't know how they would feel about it, but I feel like you should add Bagel to their map pool and make their map pool like invites, where it's not where they get to pick maps. And then yeah, I feel like you would have to ask, you know, the people that actually play that div, but I feel like at that level you don't actually need to play. You don't need a map rotation. And I think having 2 divs with Bagel is, you know, better than 1. For div 1 it was, but we were able to do round robin. There's a sweet spot to how long you can charge or you charge it. I mean, yeah, of course there is. Talking about stickies. But like charging stickies is kind of just like, it's obviously going to be inefficient because you're slowing down your fire rate, obviously, because you have to charge, and then you're also not reloading while you're charging. So, I mean, ideally on demo, you're shooting or you're reloading. Like, those are your kind of like 2 things that you want to be doing. And charging is neither of them. With pick ban, it's near impossible to introduce new maps into the map pool. But you can have a lot of maps in the map pool. Like, it's kind of accommodating to everyone. Because people who want a lot of maps will end up, you know, having the possibility of playing a lot of maps. But people who don't want a lot of maps, you know, don't necessarily have to play them. But they sacrifice the ability to have map pick advantages. Like, they're going to have the maps that they want to play, one of the like quote unquote maps they want to play, but they probably will end up with one of their weaker maps. Having them be played, I think you have to give it time. I mean, Clear Cut didn't really get played the first season it existed either. Bagel still isn't like being played that much. I guess Bagel is now, actually. Bagel didn't really get played at all the first season it was there. Like, I think it was just us and Froyo that had matches on it. And now I've seen like 4 Bagel matches this season. So, yeah, Clear Cut did. It's disadvantageous for a team that ignores bad maps, though, because they have to waste their bans on them. Yeah, it should be. Slice Rogue. You're literally not playing maps in the map pool. Like, you should... If you don't want to do that, like, that's your choice, but you have to accept that there is a drawback to that. Oh, okay. I'm just talking about maps now. I've been paused for so long. Okay, mid push, 50 Brad. You're gonna pop through again. I really feel like you guys have popped... yeah, I feel like... Okay, well, nice 2-pipe. That's kind of lucky. There's a guy behind who I think has been called, so... I should be reloading stickies. I feel like blue team should be trying to walk through doors more than they have. They haven't even like attempted to walk through a door yet, which I think is just like too respectful. I feel like in TF2, damn, this demo sucks. I feel like in TF2 you can get away with there's ways. Okay, so when you're holding, you have to position to like get the force or like to live through their pop. You can't really do both. All 6 people can't really do both, in my opinion. And the way that they're playing is they're just living right now. They're playing to live through the pop. So you can get away. I mean, barring like trap kills, obviously. I think Villa's second was like the only part of the map I didn't like when it was when I played it, and I played a much earlier version. But in my opinion, they just need to make it so the high ground is more centralized. That way it's more fun for Soldier because they just jump on the high ground. And maybe make the high ground better, I don't know. Basically just make it Badlands. I don't know if there is another Koth map. Okay, pushing back into mid, leapfrog. Yeah, see, now you're walking through. And you're gonna get it for free. Good recognition. Eric might die. Trip and Blaze trade, that's fine. You still actually have, like, big Uber ad, but I think Skis wasn't healing for a while and nobody ever saw him, so I don't know if you know this. You're still pushing, which means you probably do. There's a scout hiding. Okay, so... Oh, you both died too. That's so bad. I feel like you should be suspicious of traps there. Habib really likes trapping lower. Like, that's one of his more common spots. And you also didn't clear the boxes. On Soldier, I always try and fire at that. At Demo, I also try and fire at that box, like, pretty often. Like, you had a lot of opportunity, too. The same trap that killed Skis? Yep. You get the back cap. Alright, good. Good presence of mind to check that. Maybe Brain Slam called it. We're still talking about maps. I'm kind of joking, but add Programmery and 1 second cap Badlands back to invite, please. Those maps are epic. Don't add the 2 second cap Badlands. I would just prefer to not play the map at that point. It's so much worse. Oh, Zilly gets killed. Alex just spawned. Yep, just trying to trap. You want to avoid as many like lines of sight that aren't your trap as possible. And nobody's walking through it. That's unfortunate. Why do I have 6k channel points? I don't know. Badlands refresh. Let's remove Villa. I don't think Villa is so terrible that it needs to be removed. I enjoyed playing it. And I played an earlier version that I think was worse, from what people say. Good old spam and leave, snake water second. Choosing to trap top right. Well, now he saw you. They still have Uberad, you know this. I feel like you have the same problem that I had for a while. I probably still have this problem. It's a very like pug-friendly demo habit to just always reload pipes before stickies, because a lot of times in pugs you will get screwed over because someone isn't watching a door and you just get shot in the back when you shouldn't be shot in the back ever in those situations. But like the impact of having 6 stickies versus 4 pipes and 2 stickies is a lot more comfortable with the 6 stickies. Like you have more options. You can trap, you can just carpet, you can zone. Like zoning is really important when you're holding in fights, just because it stops the other team from taking positioning, which can be game winning. I mean, just consider like Sunshine second, just like carpeting on plat at any point. And if you're shooting, if you have pipes, like pipes are nice to shoot, but pipes are nice to shoot when you have a carpet as well. This is unfortunate. You committed out and no one else did. I don't know if you needed to commit out. Your team's winning, so it's fine. I don't like metal. I haven't liked metal in a very long time. I liked metal. No, I didn't even really like metal when I played Soldier, and Soldier is probably like the only class that's kind of fun on it, in my opinion. And it's kind of a not even like my most fun Like, I like Granary and Badlands miles and miles and miles, and Viaduct and so many other maps more than I like Metal and Soldier. It's just that the other classes are so awful on Metal. How did you end up here? How is Zilly dead? I have a lot of questions. I need to go back and watch that. Matt talking chat is fucking me up. That's a Beeb. This is you. Okay. Metal is shit to watch. I don't think there's ever been a good game played on Metalworks. Like a really good game of TF2. Metal mid is the only redeeming part of Metal? Yeah, pretty much. Just shoot stickies. Do you not have stickies loaded? No, you don't. Oh, that's so sad. I feel like you shouldn't have been in that Uber. I don't... If you only have 2 stickies loaded, I feel like... I mean, you can make it work, but, like, I feel like... If a soldier was in that Uber, like, you guys would have fragged out. If you had 4 stickies loaded, you guys would have fragged out. You had a second scout in that Uber, you guys would have fragged out, but obviously that's not ideal because you want the second scout to cap. Or you could just hit your shots, I guess, but I don't know. Hitting pipes on a medic with no stickies to, like, cover, or, like, any reason for the medic to move a certain direction, is just... It's very hard.
The control point is being contested.
And obviously in TF2 you want to minimize the things that you have to do that are very hard to win. That's a good trap. That's a good trap to have lower to the ground, because soldiers will so rarely clear it. Just normal things. Snake water seconds. Obviously it's a bit wonky, but you want to try, like, if you're not, like, specifically trying to pipe somebody, you want to shoot rollers to kind of make them feel like they want to, like, not go near the roller and therefore into your trap. You don't need to det there. I know your DPM numbers don't go up when they shoot your stickies, but it does slow them down a lot, which lets other people on your teams, like, do stuff. You're gonna get 3 kills. To mid for the force. You should be able to just get in. Exchanging is probably not ideal. You want to pop as late as possible. Yeah, like, this is exactly what you want to be doing. You want to make them pop and just, like, not have to pop is possible, if you're careful, but it doesn't always happen. Good job not having to get Ubered. That's probably the best thing. You're not checking the box again. You do it with your eyes, which is good enough. Those sort of, like, hiding plays are really risky if you don't have, like, someone baiting for you. This is perfect. Good pipe. Yep, that was great. Good job jumping into the very caught demo man. I don't know what the rest of your team was doing, but killing the demo usually means you win the last push. Really good damage on Habib. Feels like, okay, it feels like you don't use your pipes to spam. You never carpet and pipe, which is something that's very good on this mid. Dilly is just walking in and out of the fucking trap. Oh, you guys fed too many. Oh, that was a crucial pipe on Jay. I think your soldier died who was with you on mid. Yeah, Freya's just chasing for the force. They could end up dropping... They're just gonna lose both soldiers, which means maybe you can get the force. I don't know, you're very slow at this point. You can try shoving a guy through kitchen, but that's like all you're gonna do. Honestly, sacking a scout here is probably a good idea. Yeah, they walk up on you. Maybe dead. I feel like you guys are just really slow. It's really hard to have vision to stop that from happening. If you're on second, you don't really, like, sacking a scout when you know you're going to have to hold is always, like, a fine thing to do, because having 2 scouts kind of does nothing compared to having 1. Like, the scout can go for a back cap, or try and get a trade, and those are, like, the 2 things the scout can do, and into Snakewater mid, neither of those are particularly great options. Or they can play sniper, but obviously you don't have that opportunity there. I've missed what you've done this entire last hold. Ransom dies to a trap. Khabib's gonna get out. I feel like you have a tendency to just debt even when your sticky doesn't hit anything. 50% of Brand Slam's deaths are drops. That's what it seems like. Oh, this is scary. Not sure what you're trying to do there. Yeah, back up again. I don't know, Snakewater reminds me a lot of like Badlands fights, where if like you can't like cap the point, you just don't fight out of last onto Snakewater second. I feel like you guys aren't like prioritizing that. Trying to get kills to cap, but oh my god, why did you shoot that sticky? Just reload your stickies. You hate reloading stickies for some reason. Did you lose this? No. I think you won. I think you guys played Villa right after, and that one you lost. Dude, I'm so tilted. Oh, it's fine. That's always risky, but as long as you know you're taking the risk, it's okay. It's just kind of a decision. Like you're down, they have Uber ad. Like sometimes risks are okay. Is it true that when you have at least one sticky loaded, you reload faster? It's when you reload more than one sticky at a time. Yeah, Mac is right. Let's get our gun. There's a, like, there's an animation to start reloading, which is why it's slower. It's slower on, like, everything except, like, Revolver. But, you know, obviously Revolver is a clip reload, so that doesn't even make sense. Never mind. I'm stupid. Don't listen to me. This is cool. You're gonna hold, probably. It's just Eric. Why are you reloading pipes? Why are you reloading pipes? All you have to do to win that fight, because that scout is weak, is just zone him away from your other scout. Like, not even away... And the point, I guess. But not even, like, away from yourself. And, like, zoning is always easier with stickies than pipes. Where did that guy go? He just went above you. Yeah, you're gonna die. So your team loses second now. Yeah. Goat Pop? I agree. I think Habib has like 49 kills on this map, by the way. Like, across the whole thing, which is crazy. I think the highest was like 52. Yeah, Habib has a lot of trap kills. I feel like, so, like, when you play TF2, I feel like you always, like, everyone should be playing the Where's the Trap minigame. I'm crying. And, I feel like Alex hasn't been playing it. Brandslam definitely hasn't been playing it. I don't know, I just feel like no one's been playing Where's the Trap minigame. Like, no one's been calling trap patterns or anything. No sword, I'm crying. I don't even know how to mod people. Danny's pretty good at that minigame? Yeah. It's just like, it's something like everyone on your team should be doing, and I feel like most people don't. Like, Seven in general was just really good at it. Seven was really good at minimizing, like, how powerful the Demo Man class was. That's how I felt. Just like watching Habib play against them and playing against them and watching Lucas play against them. Froyo is also really good at it. They're just making it really good at hard to play demo. And I ban skis. You're holding last. You just have left trapped. Yeah, he gets a soldier. Still kind of passively peeking this. Trip goes for the sack. Yeah, it gets a B, but you guys should be walking like hardcore into lobby. Like, you have the gun can cover lore. You need to be careful of shit like this. Just like onto you. That's it. You lose 2. That's fine. It's really hard to push when you don't have a demo. To like make a super advantaged push when you don't have a demo. So dropping 2 is like honestly okay. As long as you have ways to cover the doors, which you do because you still have the gun. I'm a big fan of yours, but I am very small. Same, honestly. Your engineer built a dispenser, what a nice lad. Good old Snakewater last, stalemate. No one's really watching lower. Is that gun like close enough that it just shoots them into the wall if they peek it, or is it looks far away? I don't know. There's like two spots for that gun, one that covers drop well and one that covers lower well, and you guys are like playing as if it covers lower, and I'm not sure it does. It's set up properly. You might be able to get it to do both.
The control point is being contested.
Grand Slam is too stupid.
Computer root up, celery man, please.
Thank you for the sub with Prime, Pinhead Larry. Shut up, loser. Alright, well, Ski's popped. I'm assuming Trip forced him. Okay, so you walk into lobby through lower's demo. It's interesting. You're popping out again. There is a sniper. This feels less bad. Because obviously there's less back cap threat if there's a sniper. Banny's on you. It kind of didn't kill you very well, so it worked out. Is this 5-4 golden cap? Yeah, it was. Your team's going saw. You could have just walked lower unless somebody took the ammo. You sticky jump a lot. So you're down 3 rounds still. There's 7.5 minutes, so... Gotta play with some impetus here. Good kill. Good kills. Good kills. To last. Lower is good. Top left is good. If you can't get top left, you just walk in top right. You don't even need to really be afraid to pop here. You just want to get to the point. Ooh. That's another corner to take wider. Dude, I've just died as a flank person to so many of Habib's traps that I just, like, I see someone else die and I'm like, wow, that's sad, I've died to that. So back on mid. Really good presence on point. Good pipe. You should just be calling for your team to go W right now, I think. I think that should be your game plan. Oh, really good mid. Your team recognizes that just not losing is winning here. You dying is fine. Yeah. Skis you fed, dude. That's mean. Banny's on sniper. You guys, your team should be walking through something right now. Call the sniper. I think you're gonna go saw. Their soldiers are in. Their soldier is in for some reason. Oh, he's baiting kills. Alright, to last. Leave one to last. They cannot block, they have a sniper. Just walk through a trap, that's really lucky. The med. Get the soldier. Wow, that sticky was awesome. You are rolling. Sniper on second is better than every class that isn't demo when you're at just ad. It honestly might be better than demo. It is like so important. It's if you don't have your second scout going sniper when you're at disad on second, you're gonna, it's just, you really want it. Like, your soldiers have sometimes have options to do things is this second scout literally never has anything to do. The first scout is like building and running the med. The second scout doesn't have anything to do. They got damage top right. Actually reloaded some stickies. Trying to get damage on Blaze, which is fine. Damage on soldiers always like slows down whatever they want to do on mid. Or like relieves counter pressure. So it's kind of never bad. It's never a win condition, but he just says K. You guys are in. This is very much the correct decision. Their spawns are actually really slow. I like the carpeting. I don't like the deading. That was really dumb. Maybe you're trying to get like the last second Uber fade, but I guess you don't have the luxury of fight ping. Your team's kind of winning this for you because you were in the Uber and you shot all your shit. I think you need one round to catch up. So you've got 3.5 minutes. You can chill. You really don't want to lose this position on second, because it just makes it really hard to get into last at that point. They have Uber ad. Eric is, I assume, spy checking. Yeah, it looks like he's spy checking. Benny's building a gun. Does that mean froyo doesn't want to push? I mean, froyo's not building. Fair enough decision. It's pretty easy to burn 3 minutes in this last hold. Oh, Trip just gets the force. I don't even know how that happened. I guess the gun was level 1. I mean, they knew they had a sniper. Or they didn't have a sniper, I guess. They should have known at this point. You need to be loaded. I think you are. Just have pipes out for the gun. Gun's in a trash spot. You should be calling to collapse left. Like with where the demo and the medic are playing. You get neither. So you just lose. It's a really, if you kill demo med on last, you probably win. You also didn't have a like good position to end your Uber, so you just want to shoot all of your projectiles. Like you just want to make sure that you have the maximum impact you possibly can. And like trying to kill people is the best way to do that. Oh, Trip just rolled skis. Holy shit. Alright, well your team rolled them, so good job, team. You're just bombing because you can, I think. There's 20 seconds, like this is just garbage.
The control point is being contested. The control point is being captured.
Go for skis.
Control point is being captured.
Garbage time, you always shoot the guy that's gonna tilt. I don't know if that skis here, but that's who you go for. You are a bot.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I don't know what this is gonna look like. Iron Mental. You roll out Saw again. I like the mixing it up. It just kind of makes it so you just never lose mid early just by getting too stickied. You really love single deading stickies.
The control point is being contested.
Alex, you know if the sticky is on the ground, it can still do damage to stuff later?
Alert. The control point is being contested.
Like, you're like missing stickies, and then like you can see that the sticky's not gonna hit if you dead, and then you dead anyway. It's very strange. Are you writing this down, Alex? Anyway, we're back on last. I actually didn't know that. I mean, it's like, it's a habit thing, not a like understanding thing. I was a potato at demo. That's okay, I was a potato at demo for a long time. I still am. Shooting a lot of pipes. Which is fun, but I don't think he noticed that you had that trap. It's cool. It's right at Eric's on sniper. Are you waiting for ammo? I don't know. You just didn't want to get sniped, I think. Not standing in the shutter sight lines are always the best bet to not die, because obviously you need to avoid the top right, but get the Banny kill. Wow, Eric rolls trip. Sniper limit should be 0. It's a counter meta. To every meta, there needs to be a counter meta. Oof. That's another reason. That's another reason I don't like covering left with the gun. As demo is because the sniper could just stop this. The soldier could just stop the sniper from ever peeking left, except for the shutter. But you can. The demo can sticky the shutter and still mostly be in position to cover right anyway. It feels. It just makes your medic safer. It makes your demo safer. They're in. You have to pop. Your team has to pop. Very unfortunate. You're trying something. Somebody should be building a gun right now. Sniper mains come out of the woodwork to talk about other classes and stupid. I agree sniper is stupid, but it still should be part of the game. It's a very good part of the game in my opinion. But it is stupid. We pop in left. You're like not getting bombed at all. Like froyo is like, ooh, that sucks. Froyo is like one-track minding the point for some reason. I don't know if you have people like covering the right door, so it's hard to bomb you or what. Imagine getting called a spy player when you get sniped when you play sniper. Control the point, control the last. I mean, yes, but also if you kill the other team while you're on the point, you win. And Soldier's really good at doing that. Like when the team has to come to the point, if they just bomb, epic bomb happen. That fight went from winnable to lost in one shot. I mean, yes, but also they were only in the situation that it was winnable because there was a sniper. Did you literally 6-man through shutter? I don't know where Blaze came from. Blaze might have just walked in top right very late and just high bombed. He might have also come through lower and high bombed. It didn't really seem to matter where he came in because he kind of just high bombed the point. Yeah, Habib had 49 kills though.